So I've been using essential oils myself for about 4 or 5 years now, and really noticed the benefits of it after I had a hysterectomy about 3 years ago. So essential oils really are very similar to yoga in my mind, in that they give you an opportunity to do something for yourself that's going to really help to control your emotions in a better way. So rather than us just sort of carrying on with our day thinking, oh, I'll feel better in a bit, I'm sure I will. What I love about the essential oils is that each and every one of them sort of compute into your brain in a different way and do really helpful things. So I use essential oils for many reasons, and I just want to do a little thick confirmation thing. I use Doterra oils. Doterra oils are pure certified organic oils that most of them can be ingested. So I do take them internally as well, a lot of them. But you can't do this with just your average health food shop $2.99 oil. So if I do say anything about ingesting them, that's because they are pure certified organic oils. So I use these oils for so many different things in my life, and today I've just made a note of a few different oils that I use for different reasons. So for you in your business, it can be really tricky to have kids around and partners or anybody else around in the house whilst you're trying to concentrate on building your business and on getting some really interesting contacts and new consultants, etc. So something that I find really helpful is to use oils that influence focus and clarity in your brain. So my main one that I love to use, and pretty much this can go in all of the different areas that I've got. I know they're amazing, Lisa, and I'm so glad you've found them with me, is peppermint. So peppermint is an absolute dream of an oil if you need to focus, have clarity, wake up in the morning. You may have been up all night with kids or babies, or you didn't get enough sleep, or you've been up early, or you're just generally really tired from how life is at the moment. Peppermint is amazing. So for one, I could put this into my hot water in the morning and have a peppermint tea. Just one drop is equivalent to like 20 normal bags of peppermint tea. But I also use this to smell, and I also use it in my oil diffuser as well. So I use peppermint in many different ways. So for one, first port of call is always to smell it, and straight away it's so strong and it's so vibrant, it literally clears everything. So again, if you're struggling with things like stuffed up nose, blocked nose, things like that, peppermint is your port of call. But peppermint just literally wakes the brain up. We can do something with peppermint which we call a bit of like an energizing sort of bomb for you. So what you do is you put just a drop of peppermint into your hand, give your hands a rub, and now make like a little sort of fist around you and really have a very good deep inhale. And if you love things like Vicks Vapor Rub and things like that, hello Katie, if you love things like Vicks Vapor Rub and things like that, you will absolutely love peppermint. For me, it smells like Fox's Glacier Mints. I absolutely love it. Also, if you suffer with things like menopause or you're perimenopause and you're starting to get a bit hot and a bit flustered, again, peppermint, absolutely brilliant. Put a drop into your hands, give it a rub, and just rub it into your back. Immediately, it sort of gives you like goosebumps because it just changes the temperature of your skin straight away. So just rubbing some peppermint onto the back is absolutely brilliant. So peppermint all day, every day. In fact, I have a friend, Kirsty, who keeps it in her car. And when she gets into her car in the morning to go to work, she has a sniff. She puts a little bit into her palm of her hand, puts her thumb in and just licks it off her thumb onto the top of the roof of her mouth, and it literally just wakes her up like crazy. So it's brilliant. If you have an oil diffuser, and I don't mean an oil burner like we have at the Body Shop, I mean an oil diffuser where it's electric and you put water in the bottom and the sort of the oils come out the top like steam, then this is brilliant. So my favourite one to do, my favourite go-to is to use peppermint, but then use it with some really, really focusing other oils, blending them together, which is lemon, my other absolute must-have. So lemon's really good at being cheerful and lovely. And then I like to mix it with rosemary. So rosemary is just brilliant. It's the oil of focus. So if you've got these three buttes together, peppermint, lemon and rosemary, it's just the best thing to just make you feel alive and energized and raring to go. It just increases your focus and it's just amazing to smell as well. So that's really nice. What does Caroline say? Invited to a customer's hamper who wanted to treat who's suffering menopause. Yeah, perfect. Well, speaking of menopause, so peppermint, absolutely brilliant. I mean, it's literally doing the trick now on the back of my menopausal neck. But another one for hormones. So if you suffer with menopausal symptoms, if you suffer with hurty tummy, your time of the month, bad back, anger, all that sort of thing, clary sage is your go-to oil. So that can really, really help to calm the mind. And, you know, using these alongside things for focus, because a lot of the time when you're trying to build your business and you're trying to be at home with the kids and you're also struggling internally, whether it be with hormones making you rage or just overwhelmed and confused, or it's sort of physically hurting, you know, give yourself a little time to have self-massage, things like that. So clary sage is a hormone balancer and it really, really, really does help me. My daughter as well, now she's a teen, it's really brilliant for her as well. So in many ways you could use clary sage. You could put it in the diffuser as well, or you could mix it with a carrier oil, if you've got, you know, almond oil or something like that, and just put a couple of drops into the carrier oil and spend some time again, have a smell, because when you smell the oil, it then goes up into the brain and it will attach itself to things like the parasympathetic nervous system, which makes you go, oh, yeah, okay, we're all right. So it's really, really important to your first port of call with all of essential oils is to just smell them and stop and take some time to smell them. So it's very, very easy to go, and I'm gone. That's it. You know, I've moved on. You know, have them by the side of the bed. When you get up in the morning, just sit, if you get the opportunity. I know everyone doesn't get the opportunity, but if you do get the opportunity, just to have 30 seconds, sit at the side of the bed, put some oil into your hands, put it over your nose and take maybe 4 or 5 complete inhales and exhales. And then if you've still got time to sit after that, if you get maybe 2 minutes before everybody is on you, do your smell and then sit down, put your hands on your lap, palms facing upwards, and close the eyes and just take a moment to just mindfully take stock of what you've got to do today, how you feel, notice how you feel, and it will take away all of that, look what I've got to do today feeling about it. If you could smell the oils, that's going to go up into the olfactory bulb, which is what really does calm everything down for you. And then just take some time just to be still and literally let it all just do its thing. And that's massively going to help. So clary sage, peppermint, hormones, brilliant. What did I also... rest and relaxation. 3 of my major go-tos are lavender, balance and wild orange. So at Body Shop, obviously, you know lots about lavender. And the fact that it's really, really helpful to rest the body and allow you just to be calm. And the lavender that I have for doTERRA is just, it's so beautiful. It doesn't smell like old lady lavender as well. If you're not a fan of lavender, I'm sure that you will still absolutely love this. But lavender on your kids, lavender on your pets, lavender all over you. Have you ever seen that meme with that woman lying there on the bed, literally just covered in, lavender, just top to toe, just trying to be peaceful? So use lavender as much as you possibly can. It's if you are feeling a little overwhelmed, if you're having trouble sleeping, if you have kids that have trouble settling at night. And something that I used to do with my son Seb when he was little was he had trouble sort of coming out of I'm a crazy little boy to being still for sleep. So I used to get the lavender and I used to put a drop on his teddy, and sometimes I would ask them to put their arms out like that, and I'd put a little drop there and they could rub it together. And then when they go to sleep and they're holding their teddy, then the lovely essential oils are going up into their nostrils and into their brain and telling them it's time to be still and to relax and go off into a lovely peaceful sleep. So lavender every day of the week. So many oils out there. Which brand would you recommend? Well, personally for me, because that's what I have personally, is doTERRA. So if you want to find out more about doTERRA, just ask me. This isn't me selling the oils. This is me just explaining to you how they're helpful for your well-being and for you to carry on with your day more successfully and more vitally. So Balance is an amazing one, and I think, Lisa, you've probably got Balance, but Balance and Wild Orange were my first two doTERRA oils that I really, really fell in love with, and I would diffuse them and use them every day. So Balance is a mixture of loads of amazing essential oils that really ground you. And then Wild Orange is actually the oil of abundance. So if you are growing your business, this is the one for you. You need some Wild Orange in your life. Wild orange, as you can imagine, smells zesty and citrusy and absolutely beautiful, and like lemon, without a doubt, you can't help but smile if you smell wild orange. It's just divine. So I usually have this on when it's school mornings, which it hasn't been for a while, but this is a really nice mixture for school mornings in the diffuser. But if you haven't got a diffuser, I buy the rollerball little glass bottles, and I make up my own blends. So Balance and Wild Orange topped up with some oil, some base oil, whatever you've got. So maybe 6 drops of each or something like that. I rub it onto, roll it down my children's back of their necks, down their spines, soles of the feet is a brilliant thing to do. And with Balance, with it being the grounding oil for you as well, in the morning, if you get that chance to sit at the side of the bed and take stock for a moment and smell your oils, just roll the just roll the rollerball onto the soles of your feet and just rub it in, and it's literally going to really go into the bloodstream, and it's going to really, really help. So Balance is very grounding and calming and connecting to the earth, and Wild Orange is just so abundantly beautiful. Such a happy oil to have. And it's one that if people come to me wanting to know more about oils, it's usually the one that I sort of get them started on. So lots and lots of different oils there for you to be going on with, and please do ask me any questions. Before we finish, I just wanted to speak to you a little bit again about things like if you've got stuffy noses and things like that, where you can actually use these oils to help you. So eucalyptus is a fantastic oil to help you if you've got a sort of bunged up nose. You could mix eucalyptus and peppermint. You could literally just sort of rub a little bit just under your nose so you can smell it under the nose. You're just breathing it in all the time. And we do this blend called Air as well, which is a mixture of peppermint and eucalyptus. There's lots of nice things, tea tree in there as well, lemon. So that's a really, really beautiful one. and it sort of smells like a spa. It's really, really, really lovely. And then we do something called On Guard as well, which is really helpful if you're a bit sort of coldy and sniffly and earache, things like that. You can rub it straight around the ears. So there's something really for everybody to help you feel better in your day. And finally, things like digestion, and also throughout the day, I think we can stuff a sandwich down our necks because we're trying to do everything else at the same time. You can finish off the day feeling all sluggish. Your digestion maybe because you've been sat at your desk all day. So I have these in my hot water. But again, you can rub these straight on to your tummy if your tummy feels bloated. So I use fennel and ginger and peppermint. I use these all the time in hot water as teas, but please do remember it's just the doTERRA ones that I know that you can ingest them. You can take them in water, but you could also mix them with a massage oil and just rub them straight into your tummy, and it just takes away that bloat, and it really, really helps to settle your tummy. Things like heartburn, you know, that sort of a discomfort as well, you know, use these to rub them in. So we've got loads and loads of different oils here. I mean, I use lemon, lime, grapefruit, another amazing, all of these amazing for energy. Another favourite of mine for energy, spearmint. It smells like Wrigley spearmint gum. I love them, and I love to mix them together to make me feel the way I want to feel. And it can really, really change the energy in the room. You know, I find things like using wild orange and balance in the morning. If the kids come down and they're a bit grouchy or they're arguing, you know, bring it to them, bring those oils to them, and it can really, really change all of their energies. So I think that's about it from me, but I hope that you enjoyed that. And if you want to find out any more about how oils can really help you to get through your day maybe more calmly, or with a little more focus and clarity, or help you relax into the evenings if that's what you have trouble with. And I know at this time as well, at the moment, we are, as mums, many of us are constantly worrying about what's happening with our children and with work, etc. So please do get in touch if you want. I'll put my Facebook page onto here again for you. But if there's any other questions, please just do ask. Thanks ever so much. Have a lovely rest of your time and your wellbeing event. And I wish you tons and tons of success with your Body Shop at Home business. Bye.